No matter who you are or where you live, if your passion is hunting, then make your dreams come true. Join us on a great safari and adventure as we traverse 5 continents in search of world's finest hunting trophies. Join the best professional hunters in the world in search for the best trophy animals. You will experience unforgettable hunting adventures and international cultures that few people on Earth get to know. Share the thrill of the ultimate challenge to promote the sustained use of world's greatest renewable resources, wildlife conservation, and fair chase hunting. Feel the excitement, share the passion, join the experience of the ultimate adventure that this world has to offer. Let safari season take you there. In today's episode, we will participate together in a safari that takes place in South America, the continent where hunting all endemic wildlife is forbidden. On the contrary, hunting all imported animal species is allowed.
So far in the season of safari season, we got to know one of the most rapidly developing countries in South America, Argentina. We saw the way local prohibitions on hunting wildlife species disappear to leave space for development and proliferation of other hunting-introduced wildlife species. We took part in the hunt of our famous friend and prominent environmentalist, the bow hunter Gary Bogner. He helped local farmers get rid of a boar and 2 goats. All these animals got the statute of harmful game. In the remaining minutes, we will accompany the bow hunter in stalking the water buffalo that is as dangerous as its African brother. Will the hunter be successful in approaching the half-ton animal close enough to get his bow shooting effective? We will find out in a while. Until then, make yourselves comfortable because the best is yet to come in the broadcast of hunting adventures around the world with safari season.
A group instead, and they got their mail. So they were fighting, and they called me. We get there, and I was charging the force, and the dogs, and we some kind.
How many dogs did you get?
No one.
How many arrows did you bring? You've been shooting a lot of them.
I shot him 4 times, that damn thing. 4 times? He chased him.
Look, if you hadn't decided to pin him by both ears, the first 2 shots, he probably would have gone down.
The first shot was a good one, right where it should be.
But
he was just
with
pumping.
all the nerve and the
adrenaline.
Oh yeah,
adrenaline.
then they started chasing him.
He chased you.
Yeah.
I don't know what
He yelled at us and told us to get on the truck. Get on the truck.
Now,
And the dogs are going around and around and around, and I keep trying to shoot arrows, but I don't want to hit dogs either. And those beans, the
soya.
you know, and the little dogs, they're only half the size. You can't see them in the beans too long, but for about 2 minutes there, it's pretty exciting.
It's a lot of.
Very nice collection. You've done a lot of hunting. Yeah. And it's
And you more.
oh, just we have a hobby or we have a passion, and then you decide how much money you're going to spend. I'm going to go hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting.
Yes, hunting is amongst the most expensive hobbies on our planet. This is because wildlife we had years ago got extinct under the pressure of human expansion. Nowadays, the only chance to keep the wildlife population and habitats is to develop hunting tourism and the ethical norms with which the trophy hunters promote their right to hunt. The right to keep wildlife quantities that allow animals to procreate and be hunted without endangering the existence of the species being hunted. Thanks to hunters and their desire to hunt, there and then we could enjoy the numerous herds of deer and antelopes. Even if not typical to the Argentinian environment, they are here thanks to the interest demonstrated by hunting communities. But where are the pumas, ocelots, jaguars, and the other animals that used to live and develop along these lands for hundreds of thousands of years? They are gone. They are risking extinction with so low population that it is hardly recognizable. They are included as Latin names in all kinds of red books and green trends. This is because their habitats are destroyed. They are being used by the people for rearing profitable crops in order to satisfy the increased food demand in the modern world, being dominated by humans. The only hope left to hunters is that the financial interest they create with their trophy hunting will protect as many habitats and animal species as possible. While looking at so many animals, one cannot help but ask himself what would happen if the species whose hunting is forbidden are allowed for trophy hunting. Will their population get back to normal? Will the forest massifs being purchased for no money would get another value? How many agricultural corporations and the one producing GMO products would be able to equal hunting organizations' interest? But this cannot happen until there are corrupt clerks in the governments around the world that for a bag full of money sell their natural riches to the large corporations. There are so many examples. Everyone has heard of them and seen them. Famous actors such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and Harrison Ford show this on the TV screen in a popular documentary series. Now you could see it in real life. The impact of large corporations could be felt at governmental level, and these governments are not insignificant ones. Don't you think that large transport air companies actually maintain poachers and deforesting the planet while putting under pressure the ancient right of trophy hunters to hunt? What are we left with being hunters? What could we do? The answer is simple. Just keep hunting. Do not give up and do not get desperate because of human malice and stupidity. There are many people that know and understand the benefit from trophy hunting so that wildlife and its habitats could be preserved for the future generations. Despite all hardships the hunters encounter in civilization, nature provides them with some even more perceivable hindrances on their way to successful hunting. The wind and the absence of cover are among the most significant hindrances to bow hunters. Weather was definitely getting deteriorated. Little rain would do nobody harm, but thunder is something we would not want to feel. Gary's bow was made of carbon fibers. They made it very light and stretch resistant. Additionally, they turned it into the perfect electricity conductor. Nobody wanted to hold lightning rod in such open space during thunderstorm. Hence we got back to the hacienda and waited for the rain and storm to pass away. Having a short break and a bite would help us regain our strength for the afternoon hunt. It was about time to try Gonzalo's goat lucanca. Once again, we saw a herd of Indian black buck. These antelopes are almost extinct in India, even though their hunting is forbidden there. Nevertheless, here, where their hunting is allowed, their population is soon to turn into overpopulation. That time, Gonzalo didn't want to tell us about the animal we were about to hunt. Because of being superstitious, he wanted to keep secret the object of our hunting outing until the last moment of having confirmation of the information provided by the gauchos. We expected to see some large herd of deer or antelopes, but we didn't expect to see so many buffaloes at one and the same place.
We had no idea how the professional hunter intended approaching the careful animals at 30 meters. That was the maximum distance which was safe for shooting with the heavy 90-pound Hoyt of Gary. Wind was favorable to us, yet the animals were not calm. So they started drifting away. Some more aggressive buffaloes stayed and kept observing us. You could see their tension in the stance of the stretched animal that was ready to run or attack.
We were not lucky with the buffaloes, but found a small herd of chital, or Indian spotted deer, axis deer. The case about this animal is similar to the black buck's one. It was almost extinct species in its homeland India. Its hunting and shooting for meat was forbidden by the local hungry Indians, so this species was transferred and introduced in numerous territories in North and South America as hunting species. This way the species was saved, and not thanks to its prohibited hunting at home, but thanks to hunters' desire to get a trophy of that handsome animal. Unfortunately, the wind turned round and all animals ran away from us. In the foot of the hill from which we were stalking them, we found strange stones. Gonzalo explained us they were hundreds of years old, and they were left by the ancient tribes that inhabited that part of South America. Maybe they were part of a graveyard or protected the earth against evil spirits. Who knows? We didn't find any information about whether these mysterious rocky pieces shaped up like columns, whether it was bad luck or the weather was changing, but our hunting was not going well. We had to suspend it for a while to try again with renewed strength and energy. The tasty stew prepared at the open flame and served with fragrant Argentinian wine complemented each other thanks to the pleasant charm of the raindrops falling outside.
How do you call that? Disco.
We were almost grateful that the rain found us somewhere in the vast pampas. Outside it was raining cats and dogs, and even the hounds preferred developing gastritis from the tasty smell than staying somewhere under the rain. The rain stopped as unexpectedly as it started.
It was time to prepare for the most significant hunt we were about to undertake there, in Argentina. Hunting buffaloes.
With a heavy 90-pound bow, the heavy arrows were about to fly without such wind impact, but they were highly dependent on the centrifugal force when rotating the spike around its axis. We were about to try and stalk some of the lonely buffaloes that were left behind by the herd. Our experience from the previous hunting showed us the herd instinct would chase the animals away if there are more of them. Hence, Gary and Gonzalo chose a lonely buffalo amidst a vast meadow. The animals looked calm, and so they undertook its stalking. Despite our careful sneaking, the buffalo noticed them. It was important to follow animals' reaction. The wind was favorable, and the buffalo could think the silhouette of hunters, hidden one behind another, was a buffalo or female buffalo. What was about to prevail? Curiosity or self-perseverance instinct? Whether it was about to run or approach the hunter? It got started. If it got started, it could attack them as well. The calmness with which Gonzalo lifted the rangefinder showed the confidence of a professional hunter about keeping the situation under control. Nevertheless, to everyone else, the situation looked quite dangerous. The close distance at which the two hunters were standing next to the huge 400-kilogram animal could soon turn into catastrophe. The slow, almost unnoticeable movement of hunters ahead was soon to get them at shooting distance. Wind was still good, and the buffalo seemed not to understand the animal it was dealing with. Another confirmation of the proverb that curiosity could kill.
But there are two sides of the story. Were hunters about to get away unscathed after shooting from such a small distance, or the buffalo was about to settle its dealings immediately?
This is real, dangerous hunting, when the animal stands greater survival chance than the hunter. The weapon that Gary has is quite powerful, but it takes time to be efficient. The weapon available to the buffalo is a pair of sharp horns and 2 pairs of lethal hooves. All this is accompanied by the smashing mass of nearly half a ton. What do you think? Who stands greater survival chance, the hunter or the buffalo? We were about to realize very soon. The shot was precise and the arrow sunk almost down to the fletching. It seemed the buffalo got surprised by the shot, but getting stung by the spike didn't hurt that much to make it attack the 2-legged creatures in front of it. It run away didn't take long.
Soon, Gonzalo and Gary found the breathless animal. The large body was quite impressive. Its horns were huge as well.
We're on another adventure with Sonny from Safari Seasons. This time, our adventure and travels have taken us to Argentina.
The large buffalo was a worthy trophy that was deserved with devoted efforts and fought over by the hunter and his guide.
The capybara we met, just like the jaguar, were part of a food chain that slowly and steadily kept getting extinct. The local animal species were getting deleted from the South American map, together with their habitat, just like stars startled by the sunrise. Soon there would be no natural habitats left for the South American animal species. We were only to have GMO crops and sugarcane and corn plantations.
The next day, Gonzalo suggested that we try our luck in hunting twisted horned Dorset sheep. We didn't stand great chance, but one gaucho had seen large trophy ram a week ago. We could at least check the location.
Along the pathway ahead of us, we saw large Patagonian gray fox. The bodily construction of the animal was closer to the one of jackals than foxes. We expected that it would rapidly run away from us, but the predator had the behavior of a hunter we interrupted while stalking, and it had to unwillingly give up on it. Soon we realized what brought its interest.
The ram proved to be too big a bite for the gray predator, but it was the right one for us. The fox finally realized we were not about to leave and was fast to disappear in the high grass. It seemed the ram noticed us, but couldn't distinguish us through the high grass and twisted horns. The wind was not favorable for stalking. We had to rely on the chance for the ram to present itself to our aim. But it seemed Gary's luck was working. Once again, an ultimate shot at great distance. Gary was like a lethal machine.
one like that. How do you?
Dorset.
Dorset.
Dorset. Yeah. It's long.
Yes.
It's enormous. And very symmetric.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is this a good growth like this?
Very good.
Older ram?
Yes.
Older ram?
It's about 8 years old. Easy.
Basically, then 1.5 turns,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Oh, 2 turns maybe, because 1 and 2. And usually a young one is like up to here. 1 turn, like a mouflon.
okay.
That's a young. When they're mature, they go all around again.
The reason behind hunting the twisted horn rams and all other species that are not typical to Argentina is the same because of which we hunt wildlife throughout the world. Hunting is hobby and responsibility at the same time. Hunters get their trophies, and meanwhile, thanks to the data entered in the SCI record book, the scientists could calculate precisely the growth rates of the populations of species being hunted.
My husband, he's also the same.
Is he?
Yeah. If somebody doesn't like Star Wars, oh, he doesn't like him immediately.
Okay.
I'm Skywalker,
And Skywalker.
and you are the Master Yoda.
Master. I'm head of...
Wow, it makes me feel alive. Nature does everything so right. Birds sing loudly for free, and trees clap their hands mysteriously. It's time again for safari. Let me be your company. Feel the excitement.